On this episode of In the Fight, the search has kicked into high gear as heavy fighting continues while soldiers clear out insurgents from Bakuba. The training never stops. We'll head out with soldiers while they practice communication and diplomacy skills with local Iraqis. Plus, Iraq and Afghanistan are not the only place where the U.S. Army has operations. In Panama, U.S. Southern Command is redefining the term humanitarian assistance with new horizons. And we'll celebrate and honor our latest, brightest, and youngest officers who just completed their training. DivotsHub.net presents In the Fight. We start in Bakuba, Iraq, where heavy fighting continues. Justin Puts reports with the 5th Battalion, 20th Infantry, engaged with insurgents as they clear the neighborhoods.
U.S. and Iraqi soldiers clearing a neighborhood in Bakuba face heavy resistance from insurgents. Following several successful operations in Bakuba, soldiers from the 5th Battalion, 20th Infantry Regiment began clearing the Bakuba neighborhood of Tahrir. In 2 days of heavy fighting, U.S. and Iraqi soldiers battled insurgents for control of the neighborhood during the week-long operation.
Done this in Baghdad, we did it in Mosul before, not here in Bakuba, this is probably the most. This is by far the most significant contract I've seen.
Soldiers discover several weapons caches containing 50 caliber Kishka machine guns, mortar rounds, AK-47s, grenades, RPG rounds, ammunition, and bomb-making materials.
Caches and how deeply rooted that they already are in this neighborhood makes it to them a very valuable piece of terrain that they don't want to give up.
With the neighborhood of Tahrir cleared, coalition forces hope to continue their drive to bring security to Bakuba. From Bakuba, Iraq, I'm Specialist Justin Puts. Task Force, Lightning.
The soldier search continues through villages suspected of supporting Al-Qaeda. It's not an easy patrol as Specialist Samantha Szorka takes you in the fight.
American and Iraqi soldiers teamed up to explore a few rural villages outside of Bakuba. Rumor has it that Al-Qaeda sympathizers may be stirring up trouble in the area, so the soldiers hit the streets to see what they could find out. The mission was also a good chance for the American soldiers to see what the Iraqi army can do.
It's good to have soldiers that are willing to, go out there every day. Not as much pay as we get, not as much luxuries as we get, but they still go out there every day. They go out there, they know the mission, so we just kind of follow behind them, make sure they'll be all right.
Indeed, the Iraqi soldiers took the lead throughout the entire day. They moved quickly through the villages, searching homes and talking to locals. American soldiers helped pull security and keep a keen eye out for danger. As luck would have it, the soldiers met no resistance during the mission.
It's always a good thing when you go out, no shots are fired, a peaceful day, no one's really at risk, nothing exploding, nothing being shot at you, always a good day.
Though the soldiers saw no conflict, the Iraqi army did detain 4 suspected Al-Qaeda supporters and destroyed a cache of dangerous explosives. What had the potential to be a risky day turned out to be a successful mission between the Iraqi and American soldiers. Reporting from Bakuba, Iraq, I'm Specialist Samantha Szorka. Task Force Lightning.
We head out to the Nasser Canal near Ramadi, Iraq. Iraqi forces are leading a patrol on an island. Private Krista Finley reports on a couple of interesting findings.
The Iraqi army and coalition forces patrolled the Nasser Canal near the Euphrates River in Ramadi, Iraq. Heavily populated with recurring missile, improvised explosive device, and mortar caches, Iraqi army soldiers searched the island, nicknamed Donkey Island, for any such finds. Military Transition Team member Staff Sergeant Clifton Terry says the Iraqi soldiers mainly control the search, while coalition forces provide security.
Roger, this is their mission. This is totally their mission. The only thing that we're doing is just here, if we have other friendly units, the coalition units, and then we're kind of mediators between them. But overall, this is all IA mission. Everything they find, they find.
Coalition forces patrol the river during the search as Apaches fly above for additional security. one Iraqi soldier finds two 107mm missiles in the brush near the edge of the island. Soldiers call in explosive ordnance disposal troops to safely destroy the devices. Iraqi Army soldier Major Ani says his best troops help bring security to the area.
The best soldiers in this division, I have very good scouts in this area first and to give save for all the people in this area.
Soldiers head home to Camps Ramadi and Ali after the successful discovery of insurgent artillery. From Camp Ramadi, I'm Army Private Krista Finley.
The 4th Strike Brigade has a couple of firsts on their first day on patrol. Specialist Justin Putz reports on the brigade's opening day.
Hey, dig this up right here.
Soldiers patrol the riverbank north of Baghdad. The local Iraqi tells the soldiers there's an IED in the road ahead. They discover the IED and chase the suspected triggerman into a nearby palm grove. The men slip away, but the IED threat is removed.
We got a tip on IED today with a lady that we had worked with just a couple days ago. Ran out and gave us a hand arm signal that something was going wrong, and then pointed out to us. Come find out we had two buried IEDs in the road. So if we can keep working with the people in this sector and build a rapport with them, can eventually push insurgency out of this area.
The mission is like many, but the day is unique. Today these soldiers from 4th Battalion, 9th Infantry Regiment are working in an area that's all their own. The battalion assumed control of an area 10 miles north of Baghdad, stretching north along the west bank of the Tigris River.
The key, I think, to our mission is convincing the people that they cannot and should not tolerate insurgent activity. The people are very quickly going to decide whether they're happy with the insurgency and the lawlessness and the violence that's happening, or whether there's another way for their future. I think that the key to our mission and our key role here will be to convince them that there is another way.
After the explosive ordnance disposal team removes the IED, the Stryker soldiers' patrol ends without incident. But 4th Battalion, 9th Infantry Regiment's mission in Iraq is just beginning. From Taji, Iraq, I'm Specialist Justin Putz.
Hi, I'm Captain Brown at Camp Arif-John, Kuwait. I would like to say hello to all my family and friends in Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, I miss you. Take care.
PFC Middleton with Delta Troop 17, Gariel and Hood. Hometown San Angelo, MOS, I'm a all-wheeled mechanic. And I'd like to say hi to my family and friends back home. Tell my daughter I love her. Love you, Julie. I'll see you soon.
Hello, my name is Sergeant Gully. I'm stationed here in Kuwait at Camp Arif-John. I would like to say hello to my wife, my mom, and my 2 children back in Texarkana, Arkansas. Love you. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Petty Officer Elshire from Camp Patriot, Kuwait. Go Mariners. I'm from Eugene, Oregon, and I just wanted to say hi to my son, Tyler, and my daughter, Caitlin. And I love you both.
Coming up, In the Fight shows you what happens when the U.S. Army damages personal property of an Iraqi citizen. And we head to Washington to honor some of our future military leaders. Check out www.divotshub.net for the latest accurate and reliable information from In the Fight.
There's strong, and then there's Army strong. It is not just the strength to obey, but the strength to command. Not just strength in numbers, the strength of brothers. Not just the strength to lift, the strength to raise. Not just the strength to get yourself over, the strength to get over yourself. It's more than physical strength. It is emotional strength. There is nothing on this green earth stronger than the U.S. Army, because there is nothing on this green earth stronger than a U.S. Army soldier. There's strong, and then there's Army strong. Find out more at goarmy.com/strong.
You are In the Fight, presented by DivotShub.net. It's vital for the American soldier to bridge the communication gap with local Iraqis. Sergeant Scott Patillo shows you how soldiers sharpen their diplomacy skills.
For soldiers of the 509th Parachute Infantry Regiment, there's hardly any such thing as a routine day. But now many missions involve a lot of talking. Soldiers will spend some time talking with the Iraqi army and some time talking with the Iraqi police. When they're done with that, it's time to hit the streets.
We'll get out and just pretty much walk the beat around the town, just go through the marketplaces, talk to people, you know, whatever we do, buy a little soda here and there, just go around, engage them, make sure everything's secure, check up on the mosques, make sure they're doing all right.
The largest obstacle for soldiers trying to communicate with Iraqis, of course, is the language barrier. When interpreters aren't around, soldiers have learned to adapt.
The language barrier kind of hurts things, so you learn a lot about just body language, how people react. Like if you're doing a traffic control point, you can kind of tell who's doing what just by kind of taking a look at them, you know.
While presence patrols and interacting with local Iraqis isn't all these soldiers do, it is an important part of what they do. Reporting for the 3rd Infantry Division, I'm Sergeant Scott Patillo.
Iraqi citizens whose personal property has been damaged by the U.S. Army are entitled to compensation. PFC John Kano reports from a Baghdad claims center.
At the Civil Military Operations Center on the Victory Base Complex, local civilians can come to receive medical aid, school supplies and clothes, and also collect claims for condolences and property damage.
Today, we just conducted a claims mission in accordance with the Foreign Claims Act. We meet local nationals, and for instance, if a soldier, I don't know, does damage negligently, we like to pay back and replace what we've damaged. It fosters good rapport with the local nationals. We don't want to breed any terrorists by negative influence on the local nationals.
The process of repaying the Iraqis is very important in order to maintain a positive relationship with them. When the Iraqi people see the U.S. forces taking responsibility for their actions, citizens are more willing to come forward with tips about terrorists.
We want to give them back what we broke because it's only right. So that's one of the biggest things why I think this is very important, because it fosters good relationships between the U.S. and also the Iraqi national populace.
The brigade legal team conducts these claims at least once a week throughout the commando battle space. Reporting for the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, this is Private First Class John Kano from Camp Victory, Iraq.
Soldiers in Iraq incorporate age-old techniques in protecting the perimeter. Specialist Chad Hyland takes you high above the wire to meet a modern-day tower guard.
Working on Camp Victory, most go about their daily lives never knowing who is protecting them. Task Force Vigilant soldiers handle this mission in many forms, including tower guard. 2nd Lieutenant Kelly Savarstad, Executive Officer for Team Hellcat, says, "It's not a job you can really brag about, but it has to be done."
This is the defense that is really one of the cornerstones of soldiering at its finest. In the tower right now, I'm a 91 Alpha, I'm an ordnance officer. I have 2 88 Mikes, truck drivers, and they're up here on a wall saying, gentlemen, don't worry, you're safe, I'll take care of it.
These soldiers keep a constant eye on things and memorize their perimeter to make sure nothing is out of place.
This job is really important to me because I like to let everybody know that I'm here for them, to protect them, that the people that do not leave the FOB, that don't have to do this job, do all the regular jobs that they have to, and feel safe when they're doing it.
It's a satisfaction that we're actually making a difference down here.
No matter what the task, from truck driving to tower guard, the men and women who serve here are soldiers first. For the 28th Public Affairs Detachment, Multinational Corps, Iraq, I'm Specialist Chad Hyland, Baghdad, Iraq.
In the Fight takes you from one front to another. The U.S. Southern Command is conducting an exercise called New Horizons in Panama. Gail McCabe explains how this humanitarian assistance is redefining the term.
The objective of Exercise New Horizons is seeing how well combat engineers and military medical professionals perform when they're deployed outside American borders for the purpose of a humanitarian mission.
We're up to 620 so far in one day.
The backdrop is Latin America, the Republic of Panama, one of 3 countries to host New Horizons this year.
The exercise is spread over 4 months and incorporates up to 1,000 U.S. military personnel. They're primarily National Guard and reservists. They represent the Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines.
Everybody wants good training for the soldiers, and then we want to provide a good product, something that's going to enhance the quality of life.
Traditionally, New Horizons operates in the poorest regions of the land. This province, Bocas del Toro, is located on the border with Costa Rica on the shores of the Caribbean. Bocas del Toro is known for its lack of infrastructure and its poverty.
El municipio de Chiriquí Grande.
Vice Mayor Rafael Ortiz says the communities around here are low in resources. He says there aren't many jobs, and it's hard to find work, and that affects everyone in this province. The inhabitants are primarily an indigenous Indian population. Focus around here is what it takes to survive through the day. New Horizons is a mission gauged to make a difference.
I know pretty much what to expect coming out here. Little kid, you know, with no shoes, and a lot of people have never been exposed to it. It's a big surprise. It is culture shock for them.
Plans call for a total of 3 schools and 2 clinics to be built, and more than 5,000 patients will be treated. For Panama, the benefits of New Horizons can easily be seen in the faces and on the landscape. For the U.S. military, many who volunteer for this mission, it's readiness training with payback.
Why do I do this? Because it's very rewarding, seriously.
Gil McCabe, Panama.
This is Sergeant Celsony Brinson of Cap Air John, Kuwait, sending the hugs and kisses and much love to my family of Jackson, Mississippi. Hey family, love you, Jaden. Bye.
Now I want to say hi to my family, the Browns and Ontario Jackson, Carol, Quazetta, and Major, and my mother-in-law, Donna. Also to my mom back home, Madeline. And I want to say hi, a special hi to my children's school, Northland High School, and also my kids' elementary school. I don't know the name.
How you doing? My name is Captain Cavazos, 39th Movement Control Battalion. I'm stationed at Camp Arif John, Kuwait. I wanted to say hello to my sister in San Antonio, Texas, tell her that I'll be meeting up with her really soon, and we'll be out and running around all over town and having a grand old time. All right? See you soon.
From Camp Arif John, Kuwait, I'm Staff Sergeant Anthony Florence with 3rd Army. I just want to say hello to my good friend Bob. He's down there by the dugout getting all the great shots of the field and the fans. Keep up the great work, Bob. Let's go Braves!
Coming up next, President Bush honors some of the brightest and best future officers of the military. And we'll check out some of the latest and greatest images from our vast archive. In the Fight, presented by DivitsHub.net, continues.
There's strong, and then there's Army strong. It's more than physical strength. It is emotional strength. Not just strength in numbers, the strength of brothers. Not just the strength to get yourself over, the strength to get over yourself. There's nothing stronger than the U.S. Army, because there is nothing stronger than a U.S. Army soldier. There's strong, and then there's Army strong. Visit GoArmy.com/strong.
I was pretty nervous, apprehensive.
It was tough to tell them I was joining the Army at first. I did research on my own, tried to get an idea about what the Army was going to be like. It's given me a whole bunch of confidence.
But no, I'm very proud of him.
He's just a stronger, more driven individual.
He can outrun me.
If your son or daughter wants to talk about joining the Army, listen, you made them strong, we'll make them Army strong. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
You're in the Fight, presented by DivitsHub.net. It's time to celebrate and honor our military heroes. In the White House, from a room where many military heroes have been honored, President Bush welcomed and commissioned the latest class of ROTC cadets, featuring some of the best, brightest, and newest officers from all branches of the military. The ceremony in the East Room topped a week of training, interviews, and fun around the nation's capital.
The young men and women we honor today represent the great diversity of the American people. You come from different backgrounds. You represent all 50 states and the District of Columbia, as well as Guam, Puerto Rico, American Samoa, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. And when you leave here today, you will wear on your shoulders the same powerful symbol of achievement, the gold bars of an officer of the United States Armed Forces.
I'm not quite sure that everything has hit me yet, but it's an amazing honor to be here. It's great to be here with other amazing cadets from all 4 services, and then also with my uncle and my sister that are here.
It's a tremendous honor. I'm very humbled by the opportunity to do this, and it's something that is important and exciting, not only for me, but my family as well. This is something that we're going to share and talk about for time to come. As an ROTC cadet, I actually can't imagine what combat is like. I've never experienced it, but I have experienced a number of things through the ROTC program in terms of refining my leadership skills, my management abilities, those critical skills, those decision-making skills, the capacity to decide on the fly and make the correct choice, perhaps not the easiest one, but the correct decision, is something that I'm preparing myself to do. And that's what I've begun to do through this program, and something that I will continue to do throughout my initial training as I prepare to become an infantry officer.
Well, I think a lot of it came down to the ROTC program. There were a few reasons why I joined. The first was just seeing my father growing up in that Army environment made a huge impact on me, and it really taught me the importance of service. The second part of it was the fact that ROTC is a great program that has paid for my school, and it's a great school that I possibly couldn't have afforded otherwise. So just the merit-based scholarships that ROTC offers it's an amazing benefit. And then the third is just the idea that we can be contributing to something that is, it might sound cliche, but really bigger than ourselves. So I'm very excited to confront the challenges that are going to be coming up in the next year, and I have long-term goals for the military. I'm just very excited to take on any challenges that are handed to me.
So I'm affirming that I'm going to do what's best for this country. I'm going to act on behalf of its people, and I'm going to protect and serve the Constitution, and that's exactly what I plan to do.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Divots is a 24/7 operation that provides a timely, accurate, and reliable connection between the media and the United States military, serving worldwide. Through a network of portable satellite transmitters located in theater and a distribution hub in Atlanta, Georgia, Divots makes available real-time broadcast quality video, still images, and print products, as well as immediate interview opportunities with service members, commanders, and local government officials. Everyone can visit our website at divotshub.net and search through our enormous video and still imagery libraries. Plus, family members might be able to sneak a peek at a relative in the area of operation in our Greetings from the Field collection featuring special Father's Day greetings. It's all at divotshub.net. For questions or comments about In the Fight, you can email us at ondemand@divotshub.net. As we close, we feature some of the best still imagery that Divots has to offer as we listen to Mark Isham's Army Strong Overture. See you next time in the fight.